Welcome back to Superstarglam. In today's video, I'm not sure what I'm calling this video, but I wanted to sit down and film this. All I'm doing is I'm sitting in front of you and we're trying out together all these new products that I've had and haven't had a chance to film with them. So they're kind of like first impressions on a lot of products. It's almost a full face of new products, and at the end I just kind of share with you and give you my thoughts on a few of the products. And before we get started on that, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, then what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that little button down below and become part of the Superstarglam squad family. Also, while you're there, click the little notification bell. That way you are alerted every time I upload a video. And if you're interested to see me dig into these new products, then just keep watching. So I have a lot of things that I haven't tried yet. This one, the Milani Conceal Perfect Foundation Stick. I'm going to try that today also. I got my Boxy Luxe. And also, and that one has a lot of stuff that I want to use. I think this was last month or maybe like 2 months ago. We got it in the BoxyCharm. It's the Touch in Soul No Problem Primer. It's a smooth and pore covering primer. And I have tried this and I actually do like it. Very lightweight, and it does a good job at like covering up the pores. It just smooths everything out. I got this ginormous thing here. Okay, so I bought this one, the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation Stick, but I have yet to try it. I did swatch it to see if it would match me, and it's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. I think it pulls a little more warm. The shade is good. It's just it pulls warm for my preference. I like a little more neutral. It feels really dry, so I'm gonna apply it with a foundation brush on this side. Oh, and the brush I'm using is the Morphe M439. So far, all the foundation sticks that I have tried, I have not been a fan of, and I just don't like how it sits on the skin. Okay, so far this is what it looks like. I feel that it has medium coverage. I can still see with that one layer. The rest, like the scars I have, are peeking through. So I'm going to go ahead and apply another layer. I mean, my blemish, I'm not expecting it to completely cover it because it is really red. I feel like that second layer added like very minimal coverage. So I don't want to go overboard and then really have it look cakey. So I'm going to go on this side. And on this side, I'm going to go in with a damp sponge and see which side I like best. I'm kind of liking the brush side better. I feel like with the sponge, it's taking a little bit extra work to spread it out. And with the brush, it was a little bit more effortless. I'm just gonna go back with the brush. But the way that it's settling down on my skin, I am liking. It's not completely matte, but it's not like that dewy either. I think it's giving me more of like a semi-matte. I don't want to try and do a full coverage application because I feel like it's just gonna look a little too cakey for my liking. So I'm gonna stop here and hopefully it doesn't oxidize. But the shade is 250 Sand Beige. For the concealer, I have used this one other time, but I had to take it off. I think I was in a hurry. I had just purchased it, so I wanted to try it out. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. And what happened was I think that I left it on too long, so it is quick drying. And when I was trying to blend it out, it was actually coming off, picking off the foundation that I had added. So I'm gonna try it again, but this time I'm going to do each section one at a time. It does have that big doe foot applicator, like the Tarte shape tape. Oh, and the shade is Cashmere 360. So a little goes a long way. But yeah, now that I'm doing it this way, it blends out really nicely and I didn't have any issue. My camera looks really bright. So let's balance this out. I know it looks crazy, but we're gonna make this work with once I apply powder. And I'm loving the finish also. It looks really, really nice. Like it's not drying, it's not looking dry. I don't have a new powder, so I'm going to take the Rimmel Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder. And I'm going to use this to set the under eye. And it is transparent, but as you can see, it definitely darkened that color just a tiny bit. And before I set the rest, I'm going to contour real quick. I'm going to take the Smashbox step-by-step contour stick and the shade Contour. I'm going to take the powder again and just bake around the nose to set the rest of my face, and especially because I don't want the rest of the face to look really dry and cakey. I'm going to go in with the It Cosmetics Airbrush Illuminizer Poreless Finish HD, and I'm just going to apply a tiny bit, swirl it on the brush, and this could look very shimmery and intense, so I like to apply this the most intense top of the cheeks. And once I've done that, then I can go and blend it out to the rest of the face. And I go in with such a very light hand because again this can look a little too heavy. Yeah, I love the finish of this. It gives like a sheen without being too matte. I probably should have done this before I went in with that, but this is one of those products that works well with whether you've gone in with cream products or powder. And it's the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel Bronze Universal. I've had this, just wanted to take it out and start using it again because you forget about these things. I'm just going to lightly bronze up the face, bring it down to my neck. I'm going to dust this off. This product is new. It is the Cover FX what is it called? The Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. This is in light medium. That's what it looks like. It says it comes with a contour, a blush, 2 highlighters, a brightener, and a finishing powder. But the finishing powder looks a little shimmery. Do see a little bit, like little fine specks of glitter. Just to try it out, I'm gonna apply it with this brush. Sometimes I use this just to put powder under the eye. This looks scary. Tap off some excess, and I'm gonna apply this under the eye. Maybe it's like maybe it'll give you no, I don't like it. It kind of is giving me what that a cosmetics powder does, like give you a luminosity, except that I can actually see these specks, and I feel like if I apply more, it's only going to emphasize my pores in that area, and we don't want that. So I'm going to skip that portion, but I'm going to apply the contour shade from the palette, and this is the Luxie Small Contouring. Okay, I really like this shade. It's a good shade. Not too warm, not too ashy. And it blends out really, really nicely. I'm going to take that same shade, apply it to the nose. It is really pigmented, so I would go in with a light hand. Now, the blush looks nice. It just looks very pink. And then I also have this one that I had hauled from Milani, the Coral Beams Color Harmony. And this one has more like, well, it has a mixture like pinky. Oh, you can totally see the difference. It's like a peachy shade. Let's mix it up. Apply a little bit of both. I'm going to use this Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm going to tap, because it seems like the Cover FX ones are very pigmented. So I'm going to tap this on kind of like the top of my cheeks. See, that's all I needed, was a very light tap. And then I'm going to swirl it around the Milani one. I want the mixture of all those colors, and again, kind of more like tapping motions. I'm going to take a dual fiber brush and go over the edges. It looks like I don't have a new bronzer, so let's go in. Use the one from the Physician Formulas and Katie Holmes collab, that deep bronzer shade. I really, really like this one. For the highlighter, I guess I'm going to use the one from this palette. Right? Is that the only one I have? Oh, that's saying a lot that I haven't purchased a new highlighters. I'm going to go in with the one that looks kind of like champagne shade. So I'm taking Starlight. It's super soft. It's not like super intense. It's really, really pretty. It gives you that wet look for sure. Like it's a everyday highlight. I'm taking brightener. Brightener is called Moonbeam to the center of the nose. We got some brow products from Iconic London. It's called the Eyebrow Cushion. It looks like this on the inside. Comes with a little brow brush, and then the product is right here. I normally go in with either a pencil or a powder. So this one's like more like a cream. And I'm more interested to see how it works on like the actual bare skin, because I have patches that I like to fill. I like the brush. I'm able to do like little strokes of hair. I'm gonna wait for it to set, because so far it looks a little shiny, but it's not bad. It actually filled in quite nicely. And I'm actually using the darker side. There's two sides. One is like a lighter brown and one is like a darker brown. So I'm going in with the dark right now. It almost feels like they're stamped on. And I actually really did like this little brush. Let me use the spoolie and see if it eliminates some of that harshness. One side has like a shorter brush, and then the other side is like a longer bristle brush. Oh yeah, definitely smooths that out, like the shiny look. I don't know if it's because it's still wet, but I was still able to kind of clean it up. So since I don't want it to go anywhere, I'm going to set it with some powder. The powder I'm using is the Brow Gout by Tanya Crooks. It's a brow powder. So far, I am liking this product. I feel like it makes my powder products work better. And to tone down the harshness, I usually just go in with a tinted brow. This one is from NYX, in the shade Blonde. And this not only will it tone it down, but it will set my brows. I'm gonna finish the eyes off camera, and then I'll come back to finish the rest, because I do have some new lippies I want to play with. Okay, so I'm back and I finished the eyes. I definitely am planning to do a separate video for this look, because I'm reviewing the LA Splash Golden Gatsby. Yep, Golden Gatsby palette. So I wanted to do that on a separate video. But anyways, and as far as the lips go, I'm not sure what I want to do. We have the Trestique. It's called the Prime and Color Lip Glaze. It's supposed to be a primer and color all in one. It's in English Rose. Looks like this. Actually, the packaging is really, really nice. But I don't think it'll go with this look. So, see, look, it's magnetic. Super nice. I have some lipsticks. It's from Becca, and the shade name is Dune. It's the Ultimate Lipstick Love, and the packaging is so cute. It says Becca on the top, and then Oh, this is pretty. It's a nude lipstick. So I think I might. Ooh, the packaging is really slick too. It's also magnetic. Nice. And then the other two I've hauled. It's from L'Oreal. One is, I don't even know what it's called, but it's the shade name is Create. It's one of these new ones. I actually liked this one. It's a new shade. And then also the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick and the shade Matador. But this is really red, and it's actually a really pretty red, but I think I'm going to use the lipstick. So I'm going to line my lips with the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Downtown Beauty. The lipstick looks really pretty. It's like a peachy nude color. And just because I want a glossy lip, I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution, I don't know what this is called, lip topper, luxurious. Oh yes, that's the shade name, luxurious. Okay, so let me do something with this hair and I will be right back. So this is the completed look with all products, all new products that I've had that I just wanted to play with and put to use. So I definitely will keep using this, trying it out, and see if it works well. So far, first impression, I'm not mad at it. I think it's sitting well on my skin. It doesn't look bad. Again, I used an illuminating powder, so I feel that if I were to go in with a heavier powder or a translucent powder, it will maybe start looking a little too dry. But for me trying it out, I am liking it, and we'll see how it works out as I continue to use it. The concealer, again, this is my first time. No, this is my second time using it. The first time was a complete fail. I did have to wipe it off, but that was also my fault because I did not know that this was a fast drying concealer. And I don't mind that it is this light. I did get it cashmere. That's usually what I get my concealers for the highlighting purposes. And I do feel that this is a full coverage concealer because it literally covered everything underneath my eyes. So I do like that. And in terms of the powder, I probably will have to play with it a little bit more with other powders, and hopefully I find one that works better with this one. But so far, I really like it. Like I said, it is really full coverage. It blends out nicely, but it is fast drying, so you have to work fast with this product. I really did love this palette. I think that this is a new product, so I'm actually really impressed that we got it in our Boxy Lux this month because I just recently saw it in store. I think Ulta is carrying this little face palette. This one is a really nice contour shade. I'm actually going to see if they have this in a full size, just the contour shade, because I really did like this contour. It's so buttery, it's blendable, it worked really nice. There's no patchiness, there's no muddiness going on. Like, it worked really good, especially with all the new products that I used and applied. The only thing that I don't care for from this palette is that finishing powder. I'm probably not going to get any use of it, but everything else in here is really nice, really pretty. Quickly, I'm going to mention that on my eyes, I am also using something new. It's the LA Splash Golden Gatsby palette. I've hauled this, but I hadn't had a chance to review it yet, which is what I'm doing that's why I didn't show you that part. I'm going to do a separate video on reviewing this palette, and I'll give you my thoughts on the palette, on how it performed, and whether or not I recommend it. For the eyebrows, I'm trying this little iconic eyebrow cushion. It's in the shade medium. Very interesting that it claims to have vitamins to stimulate hair growth. So just in that, I'm interested to see if that actually works. But in terms of the product, what was really interesting and I liked about this product was the fact that it filled in very nicely the areas that I have no hair, but the powder actually set very nicely and was able to set that liquid, or that, well, that liquidy form very, very nicely. So I'm really happy with that, and it doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. So I think that I got a winner in that one. And then for the lips, the Becca lipstick in the shade Dune. I really, really did like this color. It's a really pretty, very natural nude shade. Really comfortable, very moisturizing, but at the same time, it was like the perfect pigment on its own. And that was it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.